Hey guys, I'm Mark with the Ovalrc. Got a little tech video for you guys today. We got a brand new charger here from ToolkitRC. It's the M8D 1600 watt 30 amp 2 channel touchscreen dual charger USB-C 65 watt quick charger, and we got a picture of the charger right on the front of the box. At the time of the video, the price is right around $139 US, and ToolkitRC did provide me with this charger. Although they didn't pay me, they did want me to share my honest opinion and review with you guys. And I'd recommend this product to somebody who's been in RC for a little while, maybe intermediate, advanced user, or even a racer. We got all the important stuff on the back of the box, and that's the specs, so let's check it out. Input 1700 watt, 10 through 49 volts, max 60 amps. The battery you can use is Lipo, high volt, life, lithium ion, LTO, 1 through 8S, nickel metal hydride 1 through 20S, PB 1 through 15S, charge rating 30 amp, max 800 watts times 2. There's 2 channels. You can discharge at 30 amps, max 800 watts times 2 in recycle mode, or 10 amps, max 40 watts times 2 in normal mode. And if you want to take advantage of the 1600 watts and charge at 50 amps, you can do that by syncing the 2 channels together in sync mode. And the reason why you'd want to upgrade to a charger like this is because it's small, compact, and capable of putting out a lot of power with the right power supply. Time to get it out of the box and test it out. Quick manual right on top. We have a cable with a USB on one end and a USB-C on the other end. Power cable with an XT90 connector on one end, no connectors on the other end. Very compact in size, although it has some weight to it. Looks very well made. Has a flip open screen, scroll wheel, button on top. Nothing on this side, nothing on this side. Has channel 1 and 2 right on the front, XT60 connectors with your balance ports on each side. The other side is your power input with the XT90 connector and the USB-C port, along with 2 cooling fans. There's nothing on the bottom of the charger, it just has some rubber foot pads. One of the reasons why I recommend that you have some experience in RC is because if you notice, there's no power cable to plug in anywhere. It comes with this cable right here. So yes, you can charge a battery with another battery by using this cable and then putting different ends on this cable here. Or you can use an external power supply, and that's what we'll be using. In order to take advantage of all the capabilities that that charger has to offer, we ran out and got an external power supply, which is the Phantom 12 volt, 75 amp, 900 watt power supply. This is what the power supply looks like, and it costs roughly about $100. Yes, you can use the wires that came with the charger just by putting ends on the end of these wires right here. I wanted my wires a little bit longer, so I put an XT90 on one end, got some thick wires, and banana connectors on the other end. After you have the ends on your power cable, all you'll need to do is plug the XT90 connector into the back of the charger, plug red into positive and black in the negative. And then we're ready to plug in our power supply.
Welcome to ToolkitRC.
When you first turn on the charger, you're going to hear Welcome ToolkitRC, and then you have your input selection, 900 watt, 60 amp, 1600 watt, 60 amp, 1600 watt, 60 amp. We have a 900 watt power supply, so we're going to go ahead and use the 900 watt adapter setting. You can use the scroll wheel to choose between the different input selections, or you can use a touch screen. Right now we're on the info tab, standby on channel 1, standby and info on channel 2. Top center, we have the setup tab. We'll click on that with the scroll wheel. That'll take us to the setup menu. We have input setting, input power. Click on that at P1. You have P1, P2, P3. P1 through P3 is the power settings that we looked at when we first turned on the charger. We'll leave it on P1. Power type adapter, power on selection, max power, max current, minimum voltage, maximum voltage, security settings, safe inner temp, safe exterior temp, safe time, safe capacity. Charge settings, synchronous mode, continuous work, trickle, battery selection, and balance start voltage. If you click on synchronous mode, that'll allow you to sync up channels 1 and 2. Depending on your power supply and your battery, you'll be able to charge up to 50 amps using possibly up to 1600 watts. We'll leave synchronous mode turned off. and we'll make sure battery selection is turned on. Then you have system setting. Inside the system settings box, we're going to change the backlight, the operation volume, announce volume, the language, warning volume, and theme style. Then you have SD log, manual calibrate for channel 1 and channel 2. Below that you have a default button. Click on that if you think you made any mistakes. It'll take you right back to the factory settings. Then you can save everything by clicking on save. If you don't want to save the changes that you made, you can press this button right on top of the charger. That'll take you right back to the main screen. Now we'll click on the info tab right here with the scroll wheel. That'll bring up this tab right here, and that'll show you the voltage on each cell. Now we'll move over to the standby tab, click on that. That'll take us to the battery selection page where we have 4 presets already installed into the charger for our battery charge settings. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the very bottom, you'll see new battery. We can click on that and add different presets if we like. We'll go back up to 1. Click on that, and I'll show you how easy it is to modify the settings. Go up to modify, click on modify. Battery type, Lipo, or whatever battery you might have, we'll leave it on Lipo. Mode, you have charge, discharge, storage charge, or destroy. I'm not even sure what destroy means. We'll leave it on charge. In voltage, I got 4.22 volts per cell. We'll leave it on that. Battery cells, we are charging a 2S Lipo battery. Then we have charge current. I have it set to 5.2 amps since I'm charging a ProTech 5200 milliamp hour battery. Go down and hit confirm. At the very bottom, you'll see these 2 tabs. One to the left is channel 1. The one to the right is channel 2. You can both have them have the same setting if you like, if you're charging 2 batteries at one time. You only want to hit start if you have the batteries already plugged in. We do not, and we'll turn off channel 2 since we're only using channel 1. Now we'll go back again. Now we're ready to charge our ToolkitRC 5200 milliamp hour 2S Lipo battery.
Battery connected.
When charging a Lipo battery, make sure you always plug in your balance cable. Make sure you line up the negative cable with the negative sign on the balance port. Now you can click on the info tab and you'll see the voltage of the 2 cells. Now we're ready to start charging.
Charging starts.
If you look across the bottom, you'll see where it says we're charging. On the dial, it says we're charging at 5.1, 5.2 amps. And then in the center, it's showing that we're using 40 watts. While the battery is charging, click on the charging tab. That'll take you to the adjustment screen where you can scroll down, hit channel 1 stop, and it'll stop charging. Or you can go up to charge current. Some guys like to charge at more amperage. Change that to 10. Go down to modify, click on that. Now we'll see our dial go right up to 10 amps. And now we're charging at 80 watts too if you look right in the center. While the battery's charging, you move over to the info tab, click on that, and you'll see the voltage in each cell. We got 4.091 volts in one cell, 4.080 volts in the other cell. And click on the black button right on top of the charger. Now you can see the internal resistance. We got 1.6 in one, 1.5 in the other. And we'll go back to the charging tab, scroll down, we'll hit charge stop. That stops our charging. Now I want to put this battery back into storage. We'll click on standby. Scroll down to one of my settings where I already have the storage already set up. Go over to modify just to check it. Lipo, storage charge 2S, 3.85 volts per cell. I'm going to discharge here at 10 amps, and we're going to go ahead and confirm. We'll go ahead and hit start. Yep.
Discharge start.
Now we're putting our battery back into storage. One other thing I wanted to show you guys was how good this touchscreen works. You can go to the info tab, standby, change your settings, back to the main screen. And the last thing we'll try to charge 2 batteries at one time with this new charger. So we'll just click on our settings, go up to modify, Lipo, charge, 4.22. They're both 2S Lipos, 5.2 amps. We'll hit confirm. Make sure they're both turned on here at the bottom. They are. We'll hit start.
Charging starts.
Okay, you can see both batteries are charging 5.1, 5.2 amps, and we're using about 80 watts. Let's click on charging. You'll see channel 1 stop, channel 2 stop, all stop. We'll go back up to the current, and we'll change that to 10 amps. Hit modify. We'll do it on the other side. Now you can see both batteries are charging at 10 amps and we're using about 157 watts. Guys, I really am happy with this charger because it charged my batteries up very fast. I wasn't very happy with the storage mode because it only discharged at 4.8 amps each, and I did set it to discharge at 10 amps each. So I have to look into that. Not really sure. Maybe I might have to buy a separate discharger to use at the racetrack. But that's okay because I love everything else about this charger. The screen looks great. The dials look great. Has all the information I need on the screen, and it's easy to bring up other information. The scroll wheel works good. The return button works great. And yes, you do have to buy that separate power supply, but that's okay. You got to do that with any high-end charger anyway. Now, mine did have a little bit of a problem with the voice deal inside the charger. When it said charging complete, it was like pop, 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 pop. It popped a little bit. Probably just a glitch with my charger. I can do it without the voice. That's okay. But I do really like this charger, and I think you guys will too. $139. Pick yourself up one at A-Main Hobbies or at ToolkitRC.com. You can also check them out on Instagram at ToolkitRC Charger, Facebook, ToolkitRC, or on YouTube at ToolkitRC Chargers. I'm Mark with the Ovalrc. We'll see you next time.